prioritizer par excellence, who has given so much to the industry, and he is where he is. Every other person will recognize you, will appreciate you. Past president of this club, it took your efforts to see the club where it is, all the way from the chapter president, C.P. Miller, through Otumba, past president, and then, of course, till it moved down to Rotarian Chief. I want to especially recognize all the past presidents of the Rotary Club of Anthony Golden. Great job you did that has kept this club alive until today. So presenting a round of applause to the past presidents of the club. Thank you. All right, and so I think the next on the agenda will be the procession of the past presidents, if I'm correct. If we're following the program, the order of proceedings. So please, the past presidents led by the chapter presidents, please file out, and then we'll have you come in. These are the men who started, men who lie. And I saw it to this point. So DJ Skyby, you want to encourage them with something beautiful? All right, while we expect the president's PhD Akimbade has just stepped in, that is the zonal coordinator for Zone 4, where this club falls under. Please a round of applause for PhD Akimbade. He is one of our district leaders, and by virtue of his position, he is one of the hosts of this event. So thank you very much, our zonal leader. We have our past presidents ready. Will it be the band or will it be Skyby? Skyby, this is something very, very encouraging to bring them in. And thank you. Let's have them. You can encourage them with a round of applause. The past presidents of the club. The past presidents of the club. Are we DJ? Are we there?
Love is not enough, baby. Come to me. I just want to be
For record purposes, they cannot just make their voice and you don't know who they are. These are men of caliber. And it's only proper that we get you to understand why they are celebrated. Rotary believes in transition. Rotary believes in the process of handing over. No matter what you do as a president, even if you want to build a helipad where helicopters for United Nations will be arriving, you will do it in 12 months. So everyone has a Rotary year. But interestingly, we have the man who started it all. He is the charter president of the club. What charter president means, for the benefit of those of us who are Rotarians, is the first president, the one who was given the baton to start the club after it was chartered and approved by Rotary International. And that man is no other person than CP, who is better known as double CP, the CP of the club, our very own, Dantawaye Mila Gajere. That's the man who started this and held his ground to ensure that this club continued till today. Well, we're adopting the 6, which means 1 or 2 of them are not around. But right after him there, we have another giant in the club who also saw the ball through. A lot of us here call him the Otumba, but he is our very own Rotarian past president, Banjo. I'm not just introducing him today as a past president. PP Banjo is also a district leader, am I correct? Yeah, so it's important to understand that just when you think work finishes, it's actually starting. So now he's done and he has gone to the district to play other roles. I think as deputy district secretary last year. New club development advisor. Please let's encourage them a round of applause. This is plenty of work going in. Plenty of work going in. And after all that, now we just about to step down because he's still the president as far as we are concerned. But then some people think he's a past president. He's a man of too much pride and arrogance. Who puts that to ensure that he likes results. He likes to achieve. And he likes to see things done and done very well. Fellow Rotarians are very own Rotarian Chidi Ogudu. Another key player in the advertising industry, the president of the club who believes in excellence and always wants to achieve it. So ladies and gentlemen, these are men who sacrificed 1 year of their life at some point to give their best to the Rotary Club of Anthony Golden. And so we're here today to introduce a new person. So give them a final round of applause so that they can go back to their seats. Thank you, my past president. Thank you. All right. So that is that for the procession. And of course, we have a president, a seated president right now. So we wait till he's empowered before he can continue. My DJ, anytime my words fail me, you help me. I'm a very shy person. Once I lack words, always be behind me. Promise? Promise. Thank you. Please give the DJ a round of applause, please. All right. So the next on the agenda will be the call to order. No Rotary event starts until the president calls it to order. And so that will happen before we proceed. All right. Leave something in the background. All right. I'd like to recognize the presence of the United President of the Rotary Club of Metro, Royal Metro, Rotary. Is he there? Mr. President, is that you? It's a pleasure to have you. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. Mr. President of the Royal Metro, Rotary Club of Royal Metro. It's indeed a pleasure to have you. With Alexander. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. It's also important to announce that Rotary Alex is preparing for his own investiture on the 6th of September, sometime next month. We also have another United President, Rotarian Dr. She is in the building. She is in the building. Thank you so much for coming. Congratulations on her. Yes. So we have quite the number of United Presidents in our midst there. Thank you very much. Particularly to also recognize the presence of one of Rotary's major donors. A very influential member of the Rotary Club of Revolution Lagos. Major donor. Major donor simply means you're giving more than $10,000 to Rotary. So we have with us Rotarian Chief Dr. Investiture Ceremony. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. We appreciate you. As a man who keeps giving to Rotary and he just loves giving. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have no powers of my own. The powers will come from the president. And so I'll be handing over the microphone to the sitting president of the Rotary Club, Ogudu, Rotarian Owolewa, to call this meeting to order. DJ, bring him down now, flat, because anything will happen to you now, I cannot protect you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. Good evening, fellow Rotarians, guests and friends. It's 2:37 by my time, and I have the privilege and honor to call this meeting to order.
That was quickly done by the award-winning president of the club. Please let's go standing. He has called the meeting to order. So the other protocols that are included in calling the meeting to order. Please let's always follow the program of events there in the video. Ordinarily, I would have preferred we start with the invocation, but the program of events says that we're starting with the Rotary Grace. So we'll just take it as the event planners have put it together. So together we'll all recite the Rotary Grace. All right. At the mention of Rotary, we'll take the Rotary Grace. Rotary. O God and giver of all good, we praise thee for our daily food. May Rotary friends and Rotary ways help us to serve thee all our days. Thank you. Please let's be seated. Thank you very much. I'd like to always apologize and pick major Rotary events like this to non-Rotarians for all the standing up and sitting down. It's going to look like a Catholic mass. Please get used to it. And Rotary has a lot of order. And so we do things, and that's why it's a leveler. The moment you join Rotary, even if you are the ambassador to the United States, you are Rotarian who you are. When you leave the Rotary meeting, your status is restored. So thank you very much for your understanding, and I would really love you to enjoy this event with us today. Partly to invite to the podium Rotarian Abiodun Owolewa to help us with the objects of Rotary. This is exactly what Rotary looks like and how we see the activities that we carry out. Please let's pay attention. Thank you.
My really stable president, past president, fellow Rotarians, and invited guests. Object of Rotary. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideals of service as the basis of worthy enterprise, and in particular to encourage and foster, first, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity to service. Second, high ethical standards in business and professions, the recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupations, and the defining of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve society. Third, the application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. Fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideals of service. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You can do better with a round of applause. I've just been informed that the district governor, District 9112, our very good man in charge of the entire district of District 9112, with over 82 clubs or so, will join us very soon. That was the object of Rotary, and it brings to our minds all the things that Rotary encourages, and of course, like you heard him say, development of the acquaintances. Those are the small connections that we're having with all of you here today. We don't take that for granted. Ethical standards in our businesses, how we bring our Rotary life into what we do, is also something of great concern for us here in Rotary. How we apply it into our ideal of service in our personal business and community life. So, of course, advancement of our international understanding, which in turn talks about our goodwill and, of course, our fellowship of business and professional persons, where we're united in our ideals of service. Thank you very much, my Rotarian brother, for helping us with the objects of Rotary, and I hope we all took that. So I'm just prepping our minds, because I have this strong feeling that most of our guests will give the second thought and will want to become Rotarians after this event. That's why I'm taking time to explain. I'll move on to the next on the agenda, which is the four-way test. And in the spirit of diversity, equity, and inclusion, we're going to bring in a female member of the club, our very own, the public image chair, Rotarian Abiodun Owolewa, to take the four-way test. The four most important sentences to every Rotarian. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. What a joy to be here today at this special occasion, the installation ceremony of the Rotary Club Fundraising. Before I go further, let me specially recognize and celebrate some of our distinguished leaders and friends in the house. Irresistible President Ogudu, our ever supportive assistant governors and past assistant governors of the house, the pillar of our great club, Charter President Dantawale Erila, the League of Past Presidents, case in point Otumba Olubanjo, our vibrant Rotaractors, and the DRRE is also present, and of course, other cherished guests and friends of Rotary. With due respect to all other distinguished people in the house right now. Before we test, Rotarians and friends at the heart of Rotary is a simple yet powerful guiding principle known as the four-way test. It asks us in everything we think, say. The first one, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? The test continues to guide our actions, our relationships, and our service to humanity. Once again, I thank you to our leaders, members, directors, guests, and friends for being part of this memorable occasion. May we continue to live out the four test all that we do, and may today mark another beautiful chapter in the history of Rotary Club. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, encouraging her with a round of applause. There's something wrong somewhere. She took her time to welcome you. She took her time to carry out her protocol. She took her time to read out the four-way test. and she didn't end there. She even welcomed you to the event. So if you're clapping for her, please make it a serious business. Thank you very much. All right, moving on very quickly, we'll introduce the chairman of the planning committee for this event, the chair investiture committee, and of course, who doubles as the president-elect of the club, Rotarian Abiodun Owolewa. Please give us his welcome address. Thank you.
My PDGs here present, PAGs, districts representatives, my United Regional Presidents, and other United Presidents here present, other Rotarians, guests, friends, family. I would like to take this opportunity to say, first and foremost, thank you for being with us today. It is an epoch-making event, and this is the 6th investiture of our club. Though young, but we call ourselves the silent achievers because we are dynamic, and at the same time, we've been out there to showcase that as a young and upcoming club, our ambition is not in doubt, and so far, we are getting there, getting those awards. Making this investiture happen has been a very, very tasking, but collaborative effort from all members and also partners. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you for those who supported us, Golden Penny, Penny Green Lounge, to the Banjo Realty Company, and a host of others. But most importantly, it is the human element of the investiture. Regardless of the amount of funds that we may have at our disposal, if nobody here is present, then there is no investiture. There are some of us who are seated on the high table who we had to blackmail by phone calls in the middle of the night, but they are here to honor us. Not because we are that large, but because they see something in us in which we are also striving to achieve. Not only as a club, but as individuals, striving on the service to humanity and the ideals of Rotary. This is 120 plus years of existence of the club, starting with 5 people in Chicago, spanning all over the world. Achievements are too numerous to mention. But we are just one tiny subset of that whole global entity, and that's why we are all here today. So I say thank you. For our partners, regardless of the financial headwinds that is pushing us across the country and the continent, we are here today. Majority of the vendors here present are actually pro bono donations for the club. We are small, but we are silent achievers, and I wish each and every one of us a pleasant experience. In short, I want at the end of today, every single person here present will understand the RC Anthony Golden hospitality. Thank you very much for coming to join us, to felicitate with us, and we believe that at the end of today, we all have reasons to take that testimony across the board. For us, it's a victory, but for all of us, it's the spirit of Rotary. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The welcome address from the Chairman of the Planning Committee. I want to recognize one of the very special guests that we have here today. Believe it or not, he is the leader of the District 912. He is the leader of over 40 Rotary clubs in the district. He is the district Rotary representative at Rotary Abiodun Owolewa. Please will invite him to join us at the high table, please. He represents an entire order. That's the next generation of Rotary. All the Rotary clubs, this is the leader. I believe he just had his investiture recently. Very simple man, but has been able to accomplish so much as the DRR of the district. #1 Rotary in District 9112. Moving on very quickly, I'll hand the microphone over to the #1 man at this event, our very able chairman himself, Mazi Kedejimosu. Very, very big man. When you listen to a big man's welcome address, you learn how to be a big man. Thank you very much, my chairman.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I don't know about big man, but I can actually tell all of you that I don't even know how Fikayo got me here, but I'm here. and I'm happy to be here. So, if I mess up in protocol, please forgive me. But first and foremost, the past district governor, who is my old friend, the charter president, the president of this club, who is Mr. Ogudu, the past the presidents of the club, okay, past presidents of the club, I think they were there. The former district leaders, I'm sure there are other top leaders here who are present. Please forgive me because I was just learning the protocol quickly. If I've missed anyone in terms of leadership, please forgive me on that one. Distinguished Rotarians, I think that's the most important aspect. Ladies and gentlemen, other guests like me who are now very attracted to join Rotary. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here. I was just whispering to my brother, the past district governor, that you guys are like a church. I think at the base of Rotary this is my second Rotary event actually. So I've learned, everyone, most of us admire you and what you do. We like your sense of service. We like the fact that many of you spend your time. One of my colleagues is Saeed, who is a past district governor, I believe, is past, I'm sorry, assistant governor. So he's we call him Jagaban because he's a very strong man. He's in charge of our strongholds. And he's always going on this service tours and working pretty hard. So I have a sense of what you do. I have a sense of the influence and the work you've done in communities. And probably that's why I'm here. I'm happy to be here. And I'm happy to bring whatever network I have and whatever skills I have to support this particular club. And that's what we'll be putting on offer. I was also telling the incoming president that perhaps one of the things that Rotary should do more of is get more people to help you. I don't think enough people know what you're doing. I think people just take it for granted. Oh, it's Rotary, okay. But I think you need to have a larger reach out, a larger network of people who may or may not be members of your club, but who will support the very lofty things, projects that you do. I also think you might want to streamline, and that's something I mentioned to him. Again, it's not in my place. Remember, I'm an outsider talking to you guys. So you might want to streamline. So your thematic projects are like 2 or 3 all over the district, all over the region, perhaps. That way, it's easier to focus every year on a particular thing with massive energy. That way, when you achieve that one after 1 year or 2 years, then go on to something else. Because I think you guys want to solve a lot of problems. And trust me, there are not problems in Nigeria to solve. From what I've seen, you have environmental issues, there's water issues, there are tons of them. So that would be my sort of opening remark and advice to you. Thank you very much for having me here, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you very much.
Are you clapping for the chairman of this event? Thank you very much, sir. All right. All right. Just when the chairman of the event is about handing the microphone back to me, someone very important said to me, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Rotarians and guests, I would like to recognize the presence of our immediate past district governor, the pioneer district governor, District 9112, the man who took care of over 78 clubs in the district, cut across Lagos and Ogun State. Our number 1 citizen for last Rotary year, Rotary Femi Adeneko. This is an original round of applause. Our immediate past district governor is here. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. Thank you. All right, we'll move on very quickly. Thank you very much, our able chairman, for prepping our minds. But for the benefit of those of us who are not Rotarians, I want to point out that Rotary is arguably one of the most recognized humanitarian organizations in the world. The rating, in fact, one of the most organized organizations in the world. second most organized with a permanent seat at the United Nations. Our areas of focus are 7, it touches in different angles. 1, basic education and child health, membership, what do you call it? Maternal and child health, disease prevention and control, peace or conflict resolution, environment, and of course, community development. So these 7 key areas are where Rotary touches, and every month has activities. This month of August is the month of membership, and what we are talking about now is attraction, engagement, and retainership. Bringing in new members that we're going to be seeing later. We have some members that will be dotted, and how to hold down the ones that we have to stay committed to what we do in Rotary, and of course, to make Rotary life more and more enjoyable. So, just like the chairman of the event is thinking about joining Rotary, I want to encourage many other ones, many other of you who are here, depending on where you live. There's a Rotary Club everywhere, wherever it is you live. I am the immediate partner of the Rotary Club of Ogudu Central. So if you live around Magodo Estate, Ikosi, K2 Access, and also and the rest, you can also always bump into us in our meeting space. Another club around the Oregon, the president is here. There's Revolution Lagos. There are many clubs. There's a club around you everywhere you live. You want to be part of this, and believe it or not, if you're wearing this pin anywhere in the world, you're part of a global family. 1.4 million professionals scattered in over 200 countries. You want to give that another thought. Thank you very much, the chairman. We'll move very quickly at the speed of light because we're far behind schedule. And so I'll be inviting, I won't call him the outgoing because I don't even know if he wants to go yet. So I'll just call on the irresistible president of the club, Rotarian Owolewa, to please give us his address. He will now be the one to say the address is a handover address, or that he's insisting on staying back. It is when he agrees on leaving that we can talk of bringing in a new president. The award-winning president, Rotarian Owolewa, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My district governor, Rotarian Abiodun Owolewa, past district governors in our midst, past assistant governors, district leaders, my chartered president, CP Dante Wayamila, past presidents, United presidents here present, fellow Rotarians, guests, and friends. In a very special way, I would like to recognize the presence of our distinguished chairman of today's event, Mazi Kelechi Nwosu, the MD CEO of CWA, the special guest of honor, Honorable Moyosore Ogundairo, Executive Chairman of Kosofe Local Government, the keynote speaker, PD Jibola Oyebade, our royal father of the day, His Royal Majesty Oba Suleiman Onoku Adeolori King II, the Oniwaya of Iwaya Kingdom, the Royal Mother of the Day, Olori CP Benita Agoge. Other guests here present, you are most welcome. I am Rotarian Chidi Ogu, and it has been my honor to serve as president of this great club for the Rotary year 2024-2025. This afternoon, as I hand over to my successor, I feel nothing but gratitude for the journey we've shared together. Before I highlight the projects of this Rotary year, let me first recognize the achievements of my predecessors. Our past presidents and previous board executives laid a solid foundation by their hard work, sacrifice, and commitment to service. Whatever we achieved this year was possible because we were standing on the shoulders of those who came before us. I salute you all and thank you for paving the way. During this Rotary year, we also made our own mark as a club. Under our maternal and child health program, we organized educative talk for pregnant women and nursing mothers at the Nede Health Center and donated maternal kits to support safe motherhood and delivery. As part of our basic education and literacy project, we donated public address systems to Antony Village High School and organized seminars on digital and social media usage for young learners. In the area of vocational service, we recognize and empower 3 outstanding officers from last month in the Nigerian Police to exemplify dedication to their services and duties. Our star project was the construction of a borehole water facility commissioned by the immediate past district government. In the presence of community traditional leadership, that project not only met a vital need, but also strengthened Rotary bond with the communities we serve. This effort were crowned with recognition and awards. Our club was named the 3rd best club for service projects in the district, and we received a citation for excellence from Rotary International. These recognitions remind us that Rotary is continuous service, and the reward for success is more work. We must always try to take our club to even greater heights. I want to say a big thank you to the members of this great club, to our friends, and to our associates, and to the associates of our club, for the unwavering support throughout the Rotary year. You made this journey worthwhile. As I hand over the leadership baton to Rotarian Fikayo Ogudairo, I ask that we give him the same spirited support so that together we can achieve even greater success. It has been my honor and privilege to serve as your president. I remain committed to the ideals of Rotary and will continue to give my best wherever I am called. Long live Rotary. Long live Rotary Club of Anthony Golden. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much. Beautiful speech. I'm sure some of us picked one or two things there where he outlined just a few of the projects that the club was able to carry out in the last Rotary year. This is where the little contributions, member contributions, donations from guest friends, that's where it comes from. And of course, when we'll be calling for your support, it's important for you to know where the monies that you support the club with goes to. I will not. It's important to point out that Rotary International has a very high rating for transparency and accountability. They are rated very, very high. So you want to be rest assured that contributions and donations you make to any Rotary Club or the Rotary Foundation goes down into proper use for what it has been put together for. So, we have heard from the presidents. Every club has a class of presidents, past presidents, I mean. The president has told us, from all indications, he's eager and willing to hand over. I have it in good authority that the district governor is around and will soon join us. He's moving at the speed of light from somewhere and will soon join us. But we've heard from the president, he has outlined the things he did, and it's important for us to even know how it all started with the club, how the club has been able to manage, how the members have been able to milk themselves to ensure that they create lasting impacts in their immediate environment. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like for the next few minutes that we listen to the chartered president of the club, our very own Rotarian Abiodun Owolewa. Please tell us who started this all. Just in a few words, he'll tell us the history and how it all started and grew to what it is today. Thank you very much. A round of applause for him as he makes his way to the stage. Thank you. The double CP. Maybe you use your hand and explain.
Let me to explain what double CP is. You hear a lot from me. Well, my president, my PDGC president, sorry, the chairman of this wonderful occasion, my PDGs present, AGs, club presidents here present, guests of the Rotary Club of Anthony Golden, Rotaractors, pardon me, my dear, I skipped protocol, I'm so sorry, sir. My dear, I recognize you. Our fellow Rotarians, friends of the family of Rotary, ladies and gentlemen. Well, he wants me to tell us how the club started. I think it's somewhere in this booklet, a summary of it. But let me just quickly capture it so that it doesn't look like we're not hearing from the horse's mouth. My name is Mila Dantawai. I tell people that I happen to be the only Rotarian that has two titles, two different titles. That each of those titles have one leg in Rotary and one leg outside Rotary. They say I am charter president of this club. That is to say that I was the sitting president when the club started. So that makes me CP. And incidentally, today, by the grace of God, federal government of Nigeria also recognizes me as Commissioner of Police. So I'm also the Commissioner of Police CP. Okay, the second title is MD. I happen to be Mila Dantawai, that is my name, MD. And I'm a major donor of the Rotary District. Okay, sometime in 2018, I was working here. I was actually area commander in Ogudu when the then past president of Rotary Club of Ogudu insisted that I anchor allocation like this installation. The installation of Rotarian Vivian Orieri, the then incoming president of the club. When at the function, after a while, the then district governor, PDG Abiodun beckoned on me, and when I got to him, he said, "The way you know Rotary, I think you should charter it." I thought he wasn't going to do an easy task, truly. But he insisted, and I gave him my words. Fortunately for us, we got to meet wonderful people like Rotarian Chidi, our sitting president, Rotarian Tunde Banjo. Ose is not here, Gabriel is not here. But we all came together, started talking. Pedigree is yet to be here, I'm sure he will soon be here. The very first meeting was held at his place where we started to mobilize people. Then Rotary will tell you that you must have at least 25 people to start the club. Trust me, we also had our issues. Our issues because we were able to mobilize up to the 25 years, in fact at the point 26, and then we got charter. Charter here by Rotary standards means our names are sent, we tell Rotary International intentions. Of course, a member, a sitting club, is one that is sending those details through the district government. So Rotary Club of Ogudu happens to be our sponsoring club. Okay, the names went to Rotary International. Rotary International approved of it. Certificate of charter came, and lo and behold, a particular man that single-handedly brought 9 people told us he was stepping down, and his 9 people went down. We swore then that we will continue. So we found ourselves paying dues for 9 extra people somehow, because by Rotary standards, you must always pay the dues. And from paying for 9 till the following semi-annual, we dropped to 6, and then to 3, and today, to the glory of God, I think this is up to 31. And this is the 6th event we are installing, and I think the club is doing very well. It's at the district level that somebody whispered that the Rotary Club of Anthony Golden are silent achievers. The chairman of the planning committee mentioned this, that we're silent achievers. So by the grace of God, we've been achieving silently. Incidentally, we have about 2 assistant governors I can see here that have been assistant governors to this club. And my Oga PDG, everybody who I serve under, in the year of Rotary opens doors of opportunities. Was very close to the club. He got very attached, attended almost all our functions, and guided us. Kudos must be given to PDG Abiodun. Kudos must be given to PDG Bola. So I want to say thank you to you. You are the ones that have made us two bitters of time, and by the grace of God, Rotary Club of Anthony Golden is waxing stronger and stronger by the day. A very special thanks, let me just say this before I drop the microphone, to all of you seated here. I keep seeing faces that support us one way or the other, faces of friends to Lebanon, faces of friends to my presiding president at the moment. I also be losing the title of president. And my wonderful friends from Federal Government College, Enugu, Old Students Association. Please let me see on your feet. They've attended from my installation. Every Enugu on your feet, please. They've attended from my installation till this day. Anytime we're installing any president, they come around and do us support. Thank you. Please take your seats. Above all, our friends from other past presidents of this club want to say thank you to you. Please continue to give us this support. Like the MC said earlier, every 1 naira you drop here, see, we like money in Rotary, we know the other. Every 1 naira you drop here is going to serve humanity somewhere, somehow. A special appeal, sir, to my chairman before I drop. Sir, you can join Rotary. I know my PDG is already working on that. But because you know Rotary Club of Anthony Golden, let me appeal to you that you pick up at least one Polaris pay under the Rotary Club of Anthony Golden in support of Rotarian Fikayo. I am sure you can easily do that. It doesn't cost much, but it costs medicine. Because every money you drop is not easy to get. $1,000 is not easy to get. So I know you will be. Okay, you know that. God bless you. It's a very big round of applause for our guy. Thank you, sir. God bless you. MC. Thank you.
If you're not clapping for the CP, now that you know what CP means, I encourage you to clap. I won't be able to protect you anything that happens to you. Please clap for the CP. All right. So moving on very quickly. He said it all. We were actually trying to see if we can wait till the PG arrives. But we'll continue with other protocols while we're expecting. The district governor actually has a very soft spot for this club and is staying in touch on phone to ensure that he's here when the real business of the day starts. And so just to prepare our minds, thank you very much, my chairman, for accepting to touch this club. Please, if you are not yet a Rotarian and you are giving it a thought, we may want to have that conversation. It's one of the best things that has happened to some of us, joining Rotary and giving back to society. Imagine where some of us, we do good things on a daily basis. We show love to people, we give beggars money, we do everything. But one thing you are not able to achieve with all that is the fact that you're not seeing where it ends. But when you carry out your humanitarian services through a service-oriented humanitarian organization like Rotary, your little contribution is a drop of water in a bigger ocean that will flow to that great achievement. We have played a key role globally in the fight against polio. We have helped so many institutions in the area of basic education and literacy. We have helped a lot in battling malaria. Interestingly, one of the key persons in Rotary Family Health group of Rotary International is the past district governor, Ogudu Owolewa, and he's here with us. You can attest to the fact that the little contributions from Rotary, even Bill Gates appreciates it and is really, really partnering with Rotary to ensure that he supports this. So please bear in mind your little contribution, your big contributions, or whatever it is you give or use to encourage the Rotary Club or Rotary International goes a long way and touches lives. like I said before, high level of transparency and accountability. So be rest assured that your contributions will touch the lives of many within and outside the country. Thank you very much, my chapter president. Ordinarily, we're supposed to move into the presentation of the investiture, the presentation of the United President. But just for us to lighten the mood up a little more, prepare our minds. All right. My PDG, do we listen to some song in the background or take another Rotary song? Can we take another Rotary song or do we listen to? Okay. DJ Skyby, can you give us something soft like this? Bring it up a bit. Let's cool our heads. Our DJ is in the building. Well, the next we're going to be moving into would actually be presentation of the United Presidents. We'll get to know him and then carry out the proper rituals of handing over the colorate to him. Please sit back, enjoy the light refreshments. When we come back, we'll continue with the business of the day. Once we're done with that, everything will move at the speed of light. Please stay, enjoy yourselves, and we'll be back. Thank you. All right, Rotary Chief, please. Responsible President, Rotary Chief, please take time here very quickly, please. Rotary Chief, All right, let's be seated, please. All right, please let's be seated. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. We're going to be listening to our guest speakers. Please let's be seated. Thank you very much. Please let's be seated. Please let's be seated. Thank you. All right, please let's be seated. While we await the arrival of the district governor, we will proceed to listen to our guest speaker, fellow Rotarians, guests and friends. Permit me to bring on the podium past district governor Bola Oyebade to the podium, please, while I read an abridged profile of this gentleman. Please, a round of applause for him, please. A profile of Rotarian Bola Oyebade, past district governor, Rotary District 9110 at the time, now District 9111. It's important to point out that we used to be part of District 9110, which was redistricted into two districts, 9112 and 9111. Unfortunately, like I would always say, Rotarian Bola Oyebade now falls into District 9111. But he is, unfortunately, that's for me. So Bola Oyebade hails from Ondo State, Ondo Town, Ondo State. Is a Christian of the Anglican Communion. He holds a doctorate of human resource management, master's degree in business administration, postgraduate diploma in public administration, a postgraduate diploma in management, and of course a higher national diploma in accounting. Bola has worked in various organizations, both medium and multinationals as an accountant, human resource and administrative manager, business consultant and trainer. All this spans over 31 years, 2 years of which were in the United Kingdom. In the year 2005, he established a management consulting and training firm PO Consulting, till date, principal partner of PO Consulting, majorly for medium and large enterprises. Bola also acts in the capacity of executive director in Sinos Nigeria Limited experimental marketing agency since 2012 to date. Sinos Nigeria Limited consults majorly for multinational organizations and state governments. In the year 2016, Bola incorporated an NGO, the Bola Valley Foundation, and this foundation identifies indigenous persons and attempts to ameliorate their sufferings besides organizing an annual public lecture on economic development and empowerment. And the organization sits as the founder, CEO, and chair of the board of trustees. A man of diverse interests, Bola is affiliated to many professional bodies, including but not limited to doctorates. He has a doctorate chartered Institute of Human Resource Management, doctorate Institute of Leadership, Manpower Management Development, Fellow of Institute of Management Consultants, Fellow Institute of Information and Strategy Management, Fellow of the Certified Institute of Auctioneers Nigeria, Fellow of the Institute of Chartered Administrators, Fellow of the Professional Excellence Foundation of Nigeria, a member of the Nigerian Institute of Management, member of the Nigerian Institute of Marketing of Nigeria, member of the Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria, and of course, a corporate member of the Spiritual Marketers Association of Nigeria. I would expect you to be clapping by now. He is a past president of the Merit Toastmasters Club in Kenya, Lagos, and has to spread over 30 certified speeches. Bola joined the Rotary family in 1989 as a Rotary and served as Rotary District Secretary in 1999-2000. In the year 2000, he conceived the idea of a new generation Rotary Club, the Rotary Club of Maryland, which I proudly used to be a member of before I moved on, and served as the organizing president from 2001 to 2002, and later served as the first and charter president from June 2002, when the club came its charter to 2003. It's important to note that Rotary Club of Maryland, which is chartered, is today one of the mega clubs in this Rotary International. This round of applause for him. The club therefore sets the pace for other new generation clubs. Bola has assisted in formation of some of these new generation clubs as the pioneer of the concept in the district. Since then, he has served on Rotary District 9110 Nigeria before serving as District Governor 2020-2021. A past District Secretary, a past Assistant Governor, a past Secretary of District 9110 Nigeria Education Welfare Endowment Fund. The fund he cherishes so much and has since 2012 been making individual contributions to. He believes the fund will grow bigger one day and bigger projects. This is one that Bola served as governor. He was able to raise 25 million naira, qualified for the highest fund ever raised by the fund, various Rotary meetings, conferences, and conventions, including 8 Rotary International Conventions, 9 Rotary Institutes, 19 district conferences, 14 West African project fairs, and of course, royal exchange visits to 9 different countries, between the club and other clubs, including Rotary clubs of Kenya, Uganda, South Africa, Gambia, Ghana, and Rwanda. Please, let's see your attention to the profile of one of us. He has attended the mandatory National Assembly for all district governors elect at the Rotary World in San Diego, USA. He is a faculty member of the Rotary Leadership Institute. He is a very passionate Rotarian. He lives in the core values of ideas. Thus, he is a benefactor of Rotary International by contributing $1,000 to the endowment fund of the Rotary Foundation of Rotary International. He's a second level major donor, having contributed over $30,000 to Rotary Foundation, Rotary International, and about 4,000 which is strictly for the eradication of poliomyelitis in Nigeria and the world over. He has contributed 1,000 specifically for global grant sponsorship, and he is a charter member of the Paul Harris Fellow. Bola is a member of the Rotary Family Health and AIDS Prevention. He's a founder of the International Fellowship of Drums Playing Rotarians. He's a founder of Rotary Fellowship of Public Speakers. He's a founder of Rotary Action Group of Prostate Cancer, a member of the Water and Sanitation Rotary Action Group, a member of the Rotary Global History Fellowship, and of course, a member of the International Chesterian Association. As a vocation in 2015, Bola championed and chartered the International Rotary Fellowship, the International Fellowship of Drug Playing Rotarians. It goes on and on and on and on. Bola is currently serving as the national coordinator of Rotary Family Health Prevention Strategies and supervising the operations of the action group in all the 6 districts in Nigeria. Bola is currently chaired by his wife travel and visited all the continents of the world. When Bola is not getting serious with business and making money, he's involved in charitable works. Bola is happily married to Linda Nena for over 25 years. They both have 2 children, a boy and a girl. While Linda is a joint major donor, and Bola's both children are both Paul Harris Fellow. Fellow Rotarians, I present our guest speaker, past district governor, one of my best, most best resource person when it comes to discussing Rotary, PDG.
Many thanks, thank you for that recognition. Let me recognize first and foremost this president. I want to thank you for all you do. Eventually, one will be here. Let me just put it down. I want to be down, but that's what you do. I want to thank you for that. Thank you so much. Mr. Chair, Martin, Kerry Shewosu, now very good friend. You know, I don't know, there are just so many people in this country that you know that they are Rotarians, but they are just not in Rotary. When our own pastor, Assistant Governor Said, came to tell me that our chair, he said, wants to, your friend who also is going to be the chair. I said, what's the He said, I think wants to do the PA council. I said, oh, really? Are you sure? And he said, I'm talking about myself. Wow. And I asked him, what happened to we inducted in Rotary? I want to thank you for accepting to being the chair for this particular. It's very, very lovely for all of us. Let me recognize also my IPDG, you know, we found ourselves. His I, if you know what I mean, he knows what I mean. It's small letter I, PDG. Anyway, we leave it at that. Besides PDG, I want to recognize you especially just as much as I recognize our zonal coordinator. The charter president is no longer here. Oh, he's there. My own opportunities president and the charter president, fellow charter president. Yeah, I want to recognize you especially just as I recognize all the past presidents of the Rotary Club and Tony Golden, a club that is really, really close to my heart. I want to recognize also other Rotarians that are here, and particularly the United Presidents. Can I see US way? You know, yeah, I can see Anytime. I can see, yeah. Thank you very much for coming over. I saw Assistant Governor Owolewa, right? Okay, yeah, probably I saw something. Yeah, thank you very much for coming on. Now, I think I also should recognize people that are almost faceless to me, but I've been hearing of them each time I come for your class installation. And that's, I don't know, Miller's Secondary School at Enugu. Can you please stand up once again for special recognition? I don't know when we're going to make these guys Rotarians, but I think it's like nowadays. You guys cannot be coming to Rotary all of the time and come, let's just say it clearly, come to eat our food and leave. We must start paying our bills so that you stop sitting together and you mingle with the rest of the guys. Thank you very much for being part of this once again. Year in, year out, it's an annual thing for you guys. And I'm really truly proud of you guys. You know, the tells me all of us must return to something called Abunasa. And don't forget that we have friends that we have to group together and we did all those things. I don't know what Mila did with you guys, but I did very nice things. Please be seated. Thank you very much once again for coming. Our special guests that are here. My own neighbor, you are well seated, neighbor, you know, we know ourselves. All right, please. I will not take so much of our time, but I think I should just say a little thing so that we can reconnect, just say a little. And that's a little story. I found a little story then, kind of with a little challenge. There's this particular old lady called Abike. Abike lives in Fiditi. For those of us that know Fiditi, and some of us know Fiditi. Do you know Fiditi? All right, Fiditi is somewhere in Osun State, right? And the girl would always wake up early in the morning, and each time she wakes up, she will shout, Oladide, Oladide. Oladide happened to be her 80-year-old granddaughter. So this particular morning, she shouted as usual, Oladide, Oladide. Oladide came and Oladide supported her gravitationally so she can. Abika doesn't have sight. That morning, Oladide and her went to a particular place in company of some people with one white bag and a few other things, and they went into a particular place. When she came back, her eyes were operated upon and she could see. That is for Abika, and that's for Oladide, who happens to be the grandchild or the granddaughter of Abika. After that day, 2 weeks later, she could see. So to her, it goes beyond just seeing. She could just not see. She could feel that she could move herself all around. Olamide suddenly has lost the job, so to say. But on the part of Olamide, she was excited that she wouldn't have to support grandma all over again. Now let's go to another part of the world. Far away in Afghanistan, somewhere called, I think it's Bashir, something like that. That was this particular guy, Hussein. Hussein happened to be the cousin to Al-Hazan. Al-Hazan would watch Hussein as he moves most of the time. And you recall many years back, by the way, at that point of time, Hussein was about 60 years old. And Al-Hazan only about 14. Hussein and Hazan used to play when they were quite young, like 10 years back. But over time, while Hazan, Hussein will run away because of that yellow drop, and Hazan will collect that same yellow drop. Right now, when he became teenager, Hussein suddenly lost his wings. And Hazan and the rest of the siblings were told that it was because of that yellowish substance that Hussein would always run away from, and which Hazan will see, though bitter. It was the polio vaccine. So over time, Hussein has become crippled, so to say, down with poliomyelitis. But Hazan works very well. The story goes on and on. Who are the people doing this? For Abike, it was thank God Rotary came to my life. For Al-Hazan, thank God I took the vaccine. For Hussein, some regrets. Why didn't I take those vaccines? Rotary does so much in the world. I've just mentioned two. For those of us that are in Rotary, we know what we do. But those of us that are still outside, they are asking, what really are Rotarians doing? Maybe we've not done enough, and that's why they're not saying. I've been discussing with the chair, and he told me clearly, he's a PR person, and he's seeing it from outside. For us, we are doing so much. But to the rest of the world, how much is Rotary doing? How many lives is Rotary touching? Even the lives you are touching, how often do you go back to ask what they are doing? This is the Rotary Club of Anthony Gold. I know your club is doing tremendously well since you started like 6-7 years back. But I ask yourself, how many people are still not touched? How many people should we touch? For people that are not in Rotary, my question is, what are you still waiting for? For people like Mr. Chair and the rest of us? For the friends of that why haven't you joined Rotary? The story goes on and on and on. And I'm going to recall sometime my club, 2015, we've had the call to go to Kenya, Nairobi. And if you know Nairobi fairly well, you know that Nairobi itself is just like a kind of a more like a new village, you know. But they have their own ghetto also. There's this particular ghetto that I'm in a way used to. It's called Korogocho. Korogocho is the third largest slum in the whole of Nairobi. When we got there in 2015, the only thing we did was went to 100 pieces of mosquito nets. And that was the only thing we distributed to pregnant women and people that are with little infants, with infants. That was all we did. And you needed to see the smile on the faces of all these ladies. Even people, men, that we did not give mosquito nets to. They were all joyous. They came in the droves and they were clapping for us. In fact, it was like a circus. And I asked myself, all because of then mosquito net was nearly 800 naira. It's in the region of 2,500 to 3,500. But even if it's 25,000 naira, you can imagine how the kind of joy that was extracted from all these people. They were so excited. Mr. DG, I want to recognize you special. My DG, we've been waiting. Thank you for gracing this occasion as usual. All DJs, when it comes to events, you see them really struggling hard to ensure that they attend events like this. And for your club to be one of the people to hold the DJ, I must say you are quite lucky. So back to Korogocho. Korogocho was for me another classical case. We did something, not that anybody could not have done it, but the kind of way we did it was what made it quite different. So please, for people that are here to join Rotary, let me invite you, especially to join Rotary. It's important. I recall some time ago, one of our past presidents of Rotary International, Frank Delbert, he once said in his book, Frank One, that we do not ask people to join Rotary. And that's the reason perhaps why we do not have so many people in Rotary. How many people have we all asked to join Rotary? I can tell people it's very easy to invite people to Rotary. Just go about telling them the few things you have done as a member of Rotary. If you can't recall most of all those things that Rotary really truly stands for, please do not forget that we have a major thing that you personally have done. And the core values of Rotary and part of the tenets of Rotary, which all of us live on. Just for the people that are not members of Rotary, the core values of Rotary are friendship, integrity, diversity, leadership, and service. All these 5 reasons are enough for anybody to be invited to Rotary and to be a member of the Rotary Club. So please, once again, I want to invite those people that are here to be members. So please be members. I know Mr. Lisa, before you leave, the person to your next right now is the chair. He's a friend to many of us here, and he has not joined Rotary. Why he's been running away, Mr. DJ, I can assure you, is because we are not asking. So I'm going to ask Marty Creation will be in public to please join Rotary Club. Join any Rotary Club that is close to your house or close to your home, or where you have so many friends. That way you are able to fulfill your reason, your essence in Rotary. And so that note, I would like to thank the organizers once more for giving me this opportunity to come be your keynote speaker, I think for the 3rd or for the 4th time. Once again, thank you very much.
Mr. President, also my mentor, past state governor. All right, we're probably have to schedule. I'm already enjoying the music from all right, we'll have our time with the band and the DJ because the party will not stop in a hurry. But while the keynote speaker was speaking, the #1 citizen of District 9112 stepped in. Fellow Rotarians, guests and friends, I want to welcome our District Governor, District 9112, Rotarian Abiodun, Rotarian Barrister Abiodun, and the entire core team. It's been a privilege for this club to have the DG and its entire core team. And the core team, I mean the district executive secretary, the district treasurer, and of course, the chief of staff to the district governor, all in the entourage. Thank you, my district leaders, for joining us. I guess that makes it all very complete right now. We're supposed to be moving into the presentation of the United Presidents. But just to be sure,